Hey, Opsauce coming in at you right here. Going to give you some information today. Markets are down. Markets are down. Everybody, it's kind of sketchy. I'm going to show you these I talked about these support levels that I was focusing on. Guess what? We broke support levels on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP, and the broader market. So we have broken support levels. So now what happens is you can almost guarantee that we're going to step down to the next level. Okay, and some of the levels are tight, some of them are not. Big drops. I'm going to show you. It's a little sketchy, but yesterday I talked about like there is not a level below the XRP point that we had on resistance. There is. I found a pretty strong support level. I'll show you where it's at. So everything's pulling back. So what's happening? Okay, I did a little research. I'm going to show you right now. It's not emotions that we're seeing here, because we got to remember we have big companies involved with cryptocurrency now, people. That's kind of what we're talking about today. So let's focus on the structure of this thing, and I'm going to bring in a perspective of an expert. Okay, this gentleman, Tom Farley. If you haven't heard of him before, think about him. He's a stock market expert. He used to be the president of the, I believe, New York Stock Exchange. We'll get that in a second here. People, when someone like this talks, they have a lot on the line when they get in front of a camera and start saying words. So we need to listen to guys like this and see what they're saying. Now, because he's gone through many institutional conversations and market cycles and stressful market events. So he's got really amazing knack and knowledge for how these downward markets work. So, all right, let's check it out. Just a quick little video.
Correlated asset, it's the opposite of a non.
With alpha, it's correlated plus exaggerated.
With it, yeah, exactly. And a lot of positive fundamental things happened in the last couple of years in terms of adoption and ETFs and
friendlier administration in crypto.
A friendlier administration, but this is across the board. It's Ethereum. I don't know how much that's down. And Solana, it's just across the board.
Yeah, there's a Kevin Warsh element here. By the way, I think I think he was a great pick. But
right away,
there's going to be higher
balance
long-term rates.
Balance sheet gets shrunk. Things like this, anything Momo or liquidity based,
a heavy element of speculation.
Yeah,
that gets hit. There's AI takes over the world, right? Software. Just look at all the big software stocks in the last month or two. So the correlation is almost perfect between Bitcoin price and software stocks.
It is.
So there's that narrative out there. There's a whole bunch of unhelpful narratives. I don't know where it stops, Joe. The price of Bitcoin was down several thousand overnight. But I'm telling you, we're just like during the day, we're not constantly looking at the price of Bitcoin. We're just saying, wait a minute, bear markets. Like when I look back over my career, that's where you make the really smart, impactful long-term decisions. Organic growth opportunities, inorganic growth opportunities. So we're, at Bullish, we're catering to the institutions. We're building a regulatory framework that it's hard for other crypto companies to do. They're just not credible, compliant, respected by regulators. We've launched an options platform that's straight up and to the right. So those are the sort of things that are keeping us busy. And it shows in the results. The revenue, the adjusted EBITDA, the customer numbers are at all-time high. And by the way, the customers we're bringing on, like SocGen is a relatively new customer. We just listed Fidelity stablecoin. Like the reason why I keep talking about institutions is they stick around. They make decisions in years, not chasing frog coins and 100x leverage. That just isn't our game. It was never our game. Sometimes I would start to doubt myself because the company's chasing frog coins and 100x leverage. We're in the news and they look great and they're making all this kind of money. That's just not who we are. It's institutional, compliant, and really looking at this on-chain future and saying, how can we help people be successful in terms of tokenization?
So if you were still at the big board,
the experts are involved now. Okay, that's what we could be seeing right now. Oh yeah, look at these charts. Okay, I'm gonna go to the chart. Here's a Bitcoin chart. Right here's today. We are currently trading. It dropped a little bit. We're at that $65,000, 383. 52-week low is where we are touching on. That's why this line's kind of orange right here. It's a 52-week low. We are hitting the yearly low right now. And so I'm going to do something. What percentage of a drop are we looking at after this 52-week low that we're toying with at this time? So it's basically this yellow line up here down to where we're at today. This yellow line is, crap, I didn't want to do that, the high of the year, the 52-week high, that 126 something. Okay, now if we go here and we come down to where we're trading at right now, let me look at it, 65541. That's minus 48.94%. Okay, so Bitcoin from its all-time high has currently dropped 50%. Take note of that. What's our other one? I want to do the XRP one next. Or sorry, the ETH. Okay, here's Ethereum trading at. It was below 2,000. There's a little wick right here, so we are currently trading at 2,041. So, okay, what percentage is Ethereum down from the high? Let's do that same thing. Okay, yeah, it went down. Oh my God, why is that down there so far? That's that support level. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a relatively decent support level at 1,467 that Ethereum could drop down to. This is not financial advice. I'm just looking at charts here. We're doing a little TA. So from the all-time high of this year, the 52-week, in the past 52 weeks, is roughly right here down to, I mean, this is textbook, people. This is working out exactly how we predicted things would happen. Ethereum is down 60.78% from its all-time high. We got Bitcoin down 50, Ethereum down 60%. Let's see where the next one that we like to watch, the XRP, is down. Let's take a look at this bad boy. Again, we're hitting 52-week lows. That's the orange line right there, right down there. So 121.36 was the all-time high for XRP this year. Man, these are crazy buying opportunities, people. These are unbelievable buying opportunities. That's all I'm thinking about right now. Holy Toledo. Let's measure it. Bitcoin's down 50. Ethereum's down about 60.1. Let's see what our XRP is doing currently. I should have scooted it over a little bit, but I'll find it right about 66.77. XRP is down 66.77% from its top this year. That is a perfect structure. That's a perfect mapped out structure. We're not seeing, Bitcoin down 90%, Ethereum down 95%, XRP down 98%. It's not like that. It's not like that. We've got it cut in half on Bitcoin. Ethereum's down 60%. XRP is about 66.7%. That's kind of how a market structure has worked in the past with bigger numbers. Trust me, with bigger drawdowns. Now, I was a little concerned because the other day I was talking about there is no bottom in sight on XRP, but I did want to show you something. There is a level, when I zoom in a bit, treated as a support level. Okay, look at 111, people. And this is the daily chart. So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 days has seen a stalling at that price level. So we can assume That's our next bottom. Now, see this white line right here? That's what we're talking about. We can assume, let me hit that, or actually that. No, get back over there. Get back over there. Okay, there it is. We can assume that this 111 is a relatively strong support. Now, it's close because the 52-week low is 121. So we came in close to that. But again, XRP has not even hit its 52-week low. Bitcoin has, excuse me, Bitcoin has and Ethereum has. XRP has not hit its 52-week low yet. That's saying something. That is an indication of a little bit more strength, a little stronger community. XRP army is just staying tough, not getting scared, selling at a loss. Okay, that is saying something about the community that's backing the XRP project. Wanted to point that out. Okay, now, Tom was not talking about how he was not describing a panic sell. If you notice that, he seemed very confident in where we're at right now. It's where institutions make the most money. When we're able to see these drop-offs and they deploy cash, this is where we can make stupid money, people. Now, I have in my Charles Schwab account, I am sitting on some cash. Full disclosure right now, you can't buy crypto inside that account. So what I'm doing, I am going to take a look at the Bitwise and maybe the Bitcoin ETF. I'm going to buy a couple ETFs in that account. Okay, they move very similar to crypto, but they're controlled by an institution. Okay, now this is not the same thing as getting on Coinbase and sitting there and just buying crypto and putting it into your account and moving it to your self-custody wallet. It's not like that. I'm going to see how these ETFs work through my personal account as Schwab. Used to be Scottrade, and before that it was E-Trade. They've sold my account a few different times. That's why I'm currently sitting on that account. If you're interested, so I'm going to be deploying because I like this. We are historically hitting those percentages of lows in each one of these projects that describe buying opportunities. Now, we're all down this year for the most part, people. This is not financial advice once again. I am holding my bags personally, right? I did take some of my profits when it was necessary up here and moved them over to safer places. But as we speak, my accounts are down, and my plan is to hold, buy some more at the bottom, and see how it plays out in quarter 2 and quarter 3 of 2026. So, that's it for today. I know the sell-off looks different, but it's okay. It feels uncomfortable, everybody. This is uncomfortable. But just like I said, go about your business during your day. Try not to check it as much, and just have faith in the system. And once that Clarity Act, that's a big piece of news. I'm not going to talk about that too much. This is a huge piece of the equation, this Clarity Act. In conclusion, when you listen to people like Tom Farley and you look at the structure of this thing that I was just showing you, instead of the emotion, it doesn't look like a collapse. It does not look like a collapse. It's like I said, 50%, 60%, 66%. Those three indicators are not insane, okay, as far as the all-time highs to the low. So, wanted to share you with you. Appreciate you guys checking in like always. I really thanks for taking a couple minutes here. I try to bring experts in and show little clips to where my mindset is coming from and show you some of my research that I'm doing. And hang in there, everybody. We're not living on hopium. We're kind of there's enough history in the cryptocurrency market now. We can look back and, get on the yearly candles and kind of see what's going on. It's not crazy. when you compare historically, and you got a lot of these big money guys just not worrying. They're feeling pretty confident about things. So that's kind of where I'm sitting right now. If you would, in another thing, share this video if you could, please. That helps me out a ton. Give me that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe. Step away from your workstation. Go do something fun out there. Coming into the weekend. Always a pleasure. Crypto Hop signing off. Enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Peace out. Peace out.